A mighty empire, once the jewel of the Christian world, now reduced to a flickering candle in a storm. An emperor praying in silence. A young sultan sharpening his sword. And inside the city walls, betrayal. This is not just a story of war. This is a story of silence, of allies who never came, and a betrayal that still echoes through history. This is the fall of Constantinople. By 1453, Constantinople, once the heart of the Eastern Roman Empire, had become a shadow of its former self, surrounded by enemies, trapped between a crumbling past and an uncertain future. The Byzantine Empire had lost most of its lands. The capital stood alone, a city surrounded by giant walls, churches echoing empty prayers, and people hoping for a miracle. But outside those walls stood a 21-year-old sultan, Memed II, ambitious, brilliant, and determined to do what no Muslim ruler had done before: conquer Constantinople. He had cannons, ships, and an army that outnumbered the Byzantines 10-1. Yet the Byzantines had one hope left: Europe, fellow Christian kingdoms, the Catholic West. But what they got instead was silence. You see, the Byzantine Empire was Orthodox Christian, while the powerful kingdoms in Western Europe were Catholic. And for centuries there had been mistrust, even hatred between them. The Great Schism of 1054 had divided the Christian world. And now, when the Byzantines needed unity, they got division. Pope Nicholas V sent words, but no armies. Venice and Genoa sent a few ships, but only to protect their trade routes. And so, Constantinople, the Christian capital of the East, stood alone. Even as Mehmed's cannons shattered its walls, even as the sky turned red with fire and smoke, even as people cried for help, no one came. But the real shock? It didn't just fall because of cannons. It fell from within. According to some accounts, betrayal played a key role in the city's final moments. A small door, the Kerkaporta, was left unlocked during the chaos. Ottoman troops spotted it, stormed through, and opened the main gates. The defenders were overwhelmed. The chain across the harbor was broken, and by morning, Constantinople, the city that had stood strong for 1,000 years, was burning. But here's the deeper betrayal. Not just one unlocked gate, but a civilizational silence. Europe had watched. They had the ships. They had the armies, but they couldn't look past their pride, their religious egos, their political games. Constantinople wasn't just conquered, it was abandoned. Memed II walked into Agia Sophia, the greatest church of the East, and declared it a mosque. The Christian Empire was no more. A new era had begun, the age of the Ottoman. But here's the twist. The fall of Constantinople didn't just end an empire, it shifted the world. Greek scholars fled to Europe, sparking the Renaissance. Trade routes changed, and some say it even triggered the age of exploration, as Europe searched for new paths to the east. So the question is, was it just a military defeat? Or was it a lesson in what happens when division becomes more powerful than unity? Think about it. If history can fall through a single door, what doors are we leaving open today? Was it just a conquest? Or a collapse of unity, of empathy, of responsibility? The fall of Constantinople wasn't just the end of an empire. It was a warning echoing through time, a lesson carved not in stone but in silence. And silence, when shared by the powerful, is the loudest betrayal of all. Think about it. History is full of shadows, secrets, and forgotten voices, and we're here to bring them back to life. If this story moved you, imagine what else waits to be uncovered. From ancient fortresses to whispered legends, each tale holds power. So if you crave more journeys into the mysterious and the true, don't forget to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe. because some stories deserve to be told again.